And one more thing, make sure you come to this guy and get your work done.
Absolutely. This might be some B-roll that makes it in, but anyway, brother, welcome back into the office. Thank you for coming in and doing this video for me.
Good.
You guys may recognize Trey from P.O.D, but if you don't, fill us in a little bit about what you do for a living, how long you've been doing it, and just.
Well, you know, I'm fortunate enough to be playing bass and be a musician for over 30 years, and we do a lot of touring. In the band P.O.D.
There you go.
I'm the bassist for the band P.O.D.
Awesome.
And over 30 years, man, just been playing music.
Just rocking out.
Fortunate enough to be able to do, blessed enough to be able to play and do music for 30 years. So.
And keep making money at it.
And keep making money at it too, right?
That's a blessing on itself.
That's it.
So with that, you've been coming to me for a little bit, and when you can, because you guys are still rocking and rolling. You guys are still touring, and you just fill me in a little bit if you can. With you guys just sat down in the studio. I don't know if you're allowed to talk about it.
Oh yeah, definitely. We just finished a record with a producer called Will Yip. He's Grammy nominated. He worked with Turnstile and a few other bands, but we just finished up a recording with him, and I'm just out of town a lot, man. So whenever I can get back in town, I always try to make it in here.
And it makes a difference, right? So,
it makes a big difference.
Tell the people at home a little bit about why it makes a difference and what you're experiencing when you can't get in to see me. Like what shows up and.
Well, what I noticed, and it was probably about 10 years ago. You know, you spend a lifetime jumping around on stage with a 10-pound bass, and I play Warwick basses, which are really heavy basses. Okay. It takes a toll on your spine after a while. Yeah. And I didn't think it would. You know, when you're in your 20s, you don't.
You're invincible.
You feel like you're invincible. You don't think about it. You start jumping off of monitors and stuff like that, and drum risers. You can do that when you're young, but as you get older, it gets a little harder to do. Yeah. So, and not necessarily harder to do, but you can still do it, but you can feel it. You start feeling it after a while. So I noticed probably about 10 years ago, I started getting a tingle in my fingers. And I went to chiropractor and I had some x-rays done, and he told me I had a disc, squeeze, or maybe some degeneration in one of my discs. I think it's my C7. And he's like, if you're not careful, you're going to have a problem. So I started going to chiropractor, and the chiropractor was telling me, hey, man, if you start, doing decompression and doing some other stuff and really making this a part of your monthly, maybe even weekly schedule, we can, mitigate or, reverse some of that. I noticed for myself, when I'm not coming in and getting chiropractic work done over a period of, say, a month or two, I'm feeling it. Yeah. And when I'm consistent, I notice that everything goes away. Yeah. Like everything goes away. So when I was consistent,
the tingling,
everything, it goes away completely. Yeah. So I'm a huge fan of the benefits of going to a chiropractor. Yeah.
And I believe specifically the spinal decompression, which has been life-changing.
Specifically that, yes. And but yeah, I definitely noticed it. And it's like, it feels like, this last year I've been out a lot. So when I'm gone for 2 months and I don't have my guy, and I don't have a situation where I can get that work done, I can feel it.
Yeah. Definitely. So thankfully though, when you are in town and you are able to sneak in to see me, we're able to make quite a bit of progress. But then, you don't have a normal lifestyle, a normal job, 9 to 5, but you've got to hit the road. You've got to tour. Yeah. And, we make the best of it when you get back in town.
Absolutely.
Cool. So what we're going to do today, we're just going to go through a normal routine, and I want to show the people at home how the decompression has affected your C7 disc, which is the main nemesis of all the stuff going down your arms and into your hands and fingertips. Yeah. So while you're sitting there, just do me a favor, look up to the ceiling as far as you can. Now down to the ground, back to me. Any pain or discomfort with those two?
Up, a little discomfort. Okay. When I'm full up, and then down, not too much.
Not too bad. Yeah. Go ear to shoulder for me. See, that's all he's got. That's all he's got. And then go the other way. A little bit better on that side, but you're cheating. You're bringing that shoulder up. Try that. Yeah, see, not much. Now give me a turn to one side. Turn to the other side. Any discomfort with those?
Tighter on this side for sure.
Yeah. Now, the other thing, too, that I find is with bass players, guitar players, that strap is terrible for you guys because it just digs in. Especially, what were you saying the other day? How when you play, you kind of.
Well, I have a tendency, and it's just something I do, man. But it's like I didn't realize it until after, starting to get work done, that I actually pull down on the bass the way I play. Right. It's like the bass strap is here. Yeah. I actually pull down, and I grunt. I mean,
So now you're tensing up, you're tightening
tensing
up all your muscles.
and I'm pushing down.
Yeah.
So I didn't notice that, but I'm actually pushing my shoulder like this.
Yeah, and what you just did right there, not only on top of all that, but you're tilted like this for, what are you on stage for, 90 minutes, 2 hours, 3 hours?
Sometimes, 90 minutes normally is our longer shows. But I mean, you got to understand, I'm doing 41 dates.
Yeah.
You know, in like a 6-week period. I mean, it's just every single day.
Yeah.
A couple of days off every single day.
Right.
And you're doing it every night. After a while, it takes a toll on you, man.
And even when you're in the studio, you probably have the luxury of setting the bass on your lap. But then, what's going to happen? You're probably going to start to get
a little bit of this,
and
your mechanics are different too, and that's what people got to understand. As a musician, you have your body has a certain mechanic that it wants to, a place that it wants to be in.
Right.
So my
Especially
body,
after doing it for 30 years.
For 30 years, yeah. So I'm stuck that way. So my body has adjusted itself to being like this.
Yeah, yeah. And I see a lot of, being in Nashville, I see a lot of musicians with the exact same issues that you're having, and drummers more so with low back, because they're usually like hunched over drumming for hours on end. But I'm telling you what, man, that strap and that position that you guitarists and bassists put yourself in is just, it's a common theme throughout everybody. And your traps are pretty legitly tight back here as well. All right, now when you were doing any of those ranges of motion before, or is there anything when you're out on the road that you can easily replicate that tingling sensation in your fingers?
It just comes random, man. I mean, there's sometimes, honestly, I'll put my arm up like this, and I'll get a tingle there.
Like a little zinger?
Like if I'm lifting. And this side, of course, is stronger because I do everything. I'm right-handed.
Right.
So, yeah, I just get a little zing, but nothing really, it's just, if I'm laying down and I'm asleep on the bus, and the bus is the worst place to go to sleep because the mattresses suck. And I always have to get new mattresses. But anyway, when I'm asleep on the bus, because the mattress is so bad, I think that causes a big of a problem. Like my arms will go numb just from sleeping in the bus.
Yeah, not great, not great. I'll tell you what, just sit there and let me take you through some ranges of motion. You just relax. Now, does one arm tend to be worse than the other, or one fingertip seem to be worse?
More this side.
Left side's worse?
Yeah.
So what happens, guys, is with disc degeneration, it's a situation that usually starts from a traumatic event, whether that's a car accident, whiplash, or sports, or whatever the case may be. And just with time, as we get older, that disc will get thinner, it'll get more arthritic. And when that happens, the nerves that are around that disc can become affected, and those are the nerves that go down through the shoulders, down through the arms, to the hands and fingertips. So that's where you get the numbness and tingling. Now, thankfully, Trey has been able to receive the benefits of decompression, so when he's on that decompression table, that C7 disc is getting a lot of that pressure relieved and taking the irritation off the nerve. Therefore, the tingling goes away.
Yeah.
So here's what we're going to do next. We're going to go over here and take a look at you, and then we'll get started with the treatment.
Nice.
Cool. So one more time, let's take a look here. Just look straight ahead if I move you around. Let's get that tender right down in there.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. Now, you don't struggle with too much low back pain.
No, not really.
So we don't always adjust his low back on the visits. Every once in a while, if he's got an issue that we need to take a look at, we do.
Yeah.
How's it today? How's your low back feel?
Feels good.
Okay.
It's actually good. I don't have a lot of problems with my low back. It's all upper, upper middle. Upper.
Give me this arm. I'm going to dig under that shoulder blade. Just let it go loose. I got you. Go back on the armrest. All right, so full disclosure on Trey, he actually was able to sneak in yesterday and got a great adjustment. Yesterday, we just didn't have time to set all the cameras and lights and everything up, so we'll see if we can get some crunchy cracks today, but yesterday was a pretty good adjustment. All right, give me a deep breath in. Blow it all the way out. Good, one more time. All the way down. There we go. All right, you just go nice and loose, which is a challenge for Trey. He likes to fight the adjustment like a lot of patients do. That's a normal reaction, though. But it's also hard for you to just let your muscles chill.
Yeah.
It's super tough. So sometimes when patients are super tense, or if they're flared up, we do a little extra stretching. So what I want you to do, we've not done this in a while, just let the weight of your head fall, just like that. Good. Now we're going to hold this for a few seconds so that neck can relax. And then we'll just work our way up your neck, okay?
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Just let it fall. I got you. Doing good. So when you heading back out of town?
10th. Yeah, I'll be gone for a month, so
Okay.
I'll be missing this.
Where are you headed to this time?
Europe, man.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
Jealous.
Yeah,
Really
it's gonna be a long one.
We really want to do a Scotland tour.
Yeah, it's beautiful, Scotland. Ireland too, if you can do both.
Yeah. So where, in all your 30 years, where have you not been that you really want to go?
Probably South Africa is one of the places we've been trying to get to. Never got there.
That's
So I'll
cool.
say South Africa.
You've been in Japan?
Been to Japan.
That's cool.
Yeah, all over Japan. Been to China, actually. Believe it or not.
How is it? See, here's one thing that a lot of people don't understand, and I'm sure music may be very similar to wrestling, but I did wrestling for 10 years. Traveled all over the country. Didn't do as much traveling as you all over the world, but most of the country, Mexico, Puerto Rico, but you really don't have time to do anything or see anything other than the hotel and the arena. And that's pretty much it for us, for what we were doing.
Mm.
Is it different for you guys? Do you have time to kind of sightsee and
No,
do
it's
the
the
touristy?
same. It's the same thing. Everybody thinks that we're out like
Yeah, you guys are probably like
sightseeing
on the bus, the hotel, or
majority of it, unless we get a day off.
yeah.
So out of the, say, 40 dates we do, we maybe get 5 days to actually,
Okay, not too bad.
maybe 6, depending on what we're doing, if we're not flying or traveling on a day. So.
Yeah. It's like I've been to Chicago a million times, but I've not seen anything but the airport.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's kind of one of those deals.
Yeah, I used to tell people I know all the alleyways in America, all of them, familiar.
It's not always as glamorous as
No,
everybody
it's
makes it
not.
out to be. All right, brother, let's get this neck moving. You just relax. So we're obviously going to start way down here on the left at C7, and we'll get that one moving really nice. So just go nice and loose for me. Just fall into my hand, just like that. Good, nice and loose. There we go. Easy. Felt that little click?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Right here, good. That's the one.
That was the one. Yeah.
So we usually get that little click on that C7. But
Yeah.
when we go up to the upper cervical, it's super crunchy.
Yeah.
All right.
Super crunchy.
Super crunchy. All right, Trey, so you've done spinal decompression on your neck for a
Yep.
long period of time, but you've been asking me about this for months, so we're finally going to introduce you to the Ystrap. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, so here's what I want you to do. Keep your teeth together.
Mm-hmm.
Breathe through your nose. Nice and relaxed. Give me a good stretch. One more time.
Oh, wow. Wow. That's crazy.
Wasn't expecting that, were you?
Wasn't expecting that.
A little bit more violent than the decompression table.
Yeah, but
Maybe violent's not the right word.
yeah. It's
Where'd you
almost
feel
like,
it?
huh?
Where'd you feel that?
Right. I feel like right around in here where I was having a problem.
Yeah.
It was almost like a release.
Yeah.
That was weird, man.
Okay.
Never had that before. We got to do that again.
All right, so as you can see, Trey is chilling out here on the cervical decompression. So tell me a little bit about how this feels. Like, what are you feeling right now?
Definitely feel my spine or my neck kind of stretching a little bit. Yeah.
Would you say this is aggressive, or does it just feel like a nice stretch and you can normally like just chill out and relax?
It's a nice stretch. I can normally chill and relax. I mean, you can definitely feel a little bit of I want to say pressure, man, but it's just, you know, it's pulling for sure.
And it depends too.
But it's gentle.
Yeah, and it depends too on like how hard we set the program. Like we can crank it up if you're really needing a good stretch, or if you've been doing okay, I can kind of tone it down a little bit where it's a little bit more comfortable. But sometimes you need that pull.
Yeah. But this is comfortable. It's not to a place where I'm like, oh, this is freaking me out.
Yeah, so it's not scary. It's not painful. No. You know, a lot of people that don't know much about decompression or they've never done it before, they're kind of concerned about how it feels or what it does. But as you can see, I mean, sometimes you just take a little nap, right?
Yeah, sometimes.
That's nice too. All right. Well, we are going to leave Trey alone so he can take that nap, but don't drool or snore because we do charge extra if you do that.
You got it.
All right, Trey, thanks so much, brother, for taking time out of your super insanely busy schedule for coming in. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep rocking out there, and keep coming in for those decompression treatments.
Thank you, man.
Anything you want to plug to the people? Anything you want to mention or tell us about what's coming up for you?
Just be on the lookout for P.O.D's new record.
Yeah, did you have a date for that?
No, we don't even have a date yet, man. Okay. It's like we're done.
What, when Trey gives me the update on the date, I will edit that in the description below. Make sure you guys check it out. P.O.D, new album, coming soon.
And one more thing. Make sure you come to this guy and get your work done.
Absolutely. Thank you, brother.
All right.
Hey, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed any part of this video, especially the pops and the cracks, I want to encourage you to hit that subscribe button. And I've linked a couple of videos over here that I think you're going to enjoy. We'll see you in the next video.